Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I've decided to do some videos on how to build more stash for less money. I bought this digital kit on Etsy, but as you can see, it prints out very light. So I've decided I like color. I like a pop of color in my embellishments and so forth. So what I've been doing is using some watercolor pencils and just bringing pop to it, putting some color in them, and just to build it. I mean, it's a digital kit. I can print it out as many times as I want, change it as many times as I want. But if you don't want to go and buy digital prints, you can go on Google and search flowers, and make sure you are getting copyright free images. Please make sure you get copyright free images. But you can just print them out in black and white and then use watercolor to bring them to life to what you want them to be. So instead of using the same embellishments everyone else is using, you're basically creating your own. And what I do is I would take the watercolor pencil, and I got these at Tuesday Morning. They're Color In brand. They were $4.99. Now, true to me, if I find something at Tuesday Mornings, I need to learn to wait. But I don't do that. I just go ahead and buy it. Yesterday I was in the Dollar Tree, exact same package of pencils, exact same brand, $1. So I paid $5. I could have got them for $1 if I'd waited. But just take your colored pencil and outline, follow the lines that the flower has, or create some of your own. Now remember, a flower is never perfect. You cannot have perfect petals on a flower. If you can, but they're not realistic. So what I do is, even though there is a printed one here, I'm not following what they did. I'm more or less doing my own. And because I don't want all of them to look the same, I'm just doing everything a little different on it. Now, everybody has the same embellishments. They buy at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or wherever, and they do beautiful work with them, creating them to look different. But there's a lot of thought goes into that, and this is just a cheap, simple, easy way to create your own. Now for the watercolors, I use a very thin bristle brush to do my outlines. If I'm going to be coloring the centers like this, I'll use a little bit bigger one, but not too big. You can use a water brush. However, I find I always get too much water and end up having to blot it, which is fine. You can blot it. But if you don't want that extra on there, it's easier just to go ahead and use a thin brush to start with. You want very little water, so keep rotating your brush. Remember, the less water you use, the less blobs you're going to have and streaks and lines. You just want it damp. You don't want it soaked. And two, once you get color on your brush, you're going to be able to use it in different areas. But it's really very, very simple, very relaxing. Oh gosh, it's relaxing. Well, it is to me. Maybe not to everybody, but it is to me. I've been having some serious health issues lately going on with my kidneys, so I have not been able to do as much. But I'm going to try to do some videos showing building my stash, and hopefully I'll be able to post videos more so than going live, because there's nothing more frustrating than being on live and all of a sudden you feel like you are in labor giving birth to triplet elephants, and the pain's all in your back, and you have to get off real quick or be on somebody else's channel and have to leave, and just feel horrible because, you know, you sit there for an hour in pain before you ever say anything. I just can't do it anymore. I've got to take care of my health issues. But hopefully everything will be good again soon, and I can get back to normal schedules and, you know, do things. But in the meantime, I hope to do more videos. So you can already see the difference there. And once this dries, if you want to put more lines of color, like I did the orange here, you can come in and put some more different colors in it. But if you look here, you can barely see this little flower. And even if you cut it out on an embellishment, it's still, you know, if you don't outline it, which you can ink it up. Everybody inks it up. And that is another thing. Watercolors are great if you do not have, you know, all of this distress ink and stuff. You can use some watercolors and go around the edges of what you want to distress. And if you don't have a brush, just use your finger and smudge it. It's great. Dollar Tree sells several different varieties of watercolor. So this is how I am going to be making flowers for embellishments I'm going to be using. And as you can see, I've already done several pages. I'm working on different colors at a time. And, you know, just have fun with it. Relax and make it your own. And be creative. And please remember, a flower is never perfect. I can come out here and draw another petal and make it a more coloring book looking flower. But I kind of like my wonky flowers. I like the realistic looking flowers. So I'm going to leave them without that extra petal on there. And it's not printed out, so I did not intentionally not color it in. It's just not there because these are realistic looking flowers that were on this digital kit. So here's what you do. You get you some cheap watercolor at the Dollar Tree. Use very little water. You can go to Etsy and buy digital kits all day long of anything you could possibly want, or you can go to Google and you can print out in black and white, you know, the colors, the flowers, or whatever it is you want to use, and make it your own. And if you don't have the watercolor pencils and you just have regular colored pencils, color it in anyway. You know, don't put water on it because it's likely it's going to tear your paper and smear it. And just make it your own. And it's a lot easier than buying an ephemera kit and trying to become very creative. And, you know, everybody has the exact same flowers. And something else I've been experimenting with, this one isn't one yet, but it will be soon, is I take a thin brush and outline my little cardboard flowers, chipboard flowers I bought at Michael's, with watercolor. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It completely changes the look. So, that'll probably show in another video. I hope this helps you some, and I hope everybody will try it and build your stash. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.